What is up, guys? My name is Wenster. Welcome back to The Average Fighter. Before we get into it, make sure that you mash that subscribe button. We're getting ever so close to the 500 goal, and honestly, it's surreal. We're almost there. I put this goal a while back, but we're almost there. Make sure that you mash it like you do your fighting games. I know you be mashing like I do. We are doing a Street Fighter 5 giveaway. We have until the end of next week, being Friday, to enter it. I'm gonna leave it in the description below. You guys win a free copy of Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. So make sure you click that link, check it out, enter the giveaway. It's completely free. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into today's discussion. EVO 2018 is almost upon us, guys. It's 2 weeks away. It's hard to believe how fast the year is going by. It feels just like yesterday that we left EVO and I made it out of my first pools and made top 50 at EVO. It's crazy to think that that was literally almost a year ago, but it's fast approaching, and it's definitely that time of year when they announce the results for the pre-registers for the main game lineup at EVO 2018. Now, before we have a discussion, it goes without saying, these are my own personal opinions about the matter. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I want to know what you guys feel about the results. Leave it in the comments below. Definitely love to check that out. But there was some sort of build up to this. There is much more than like, hey guys, here's the results. There was Mr. Wizard coming in talking about, oh my god, this game is such ahead of this game. The results kind of like fall flat, really. I don't think there was a lot of reason to build it up. But I understand he's a businessman, but I'm pretty sure there was much more than just coming in, hyping it up. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Now, I'm gonna have a graph somewhere up on the screen to show how many people actually registered. And I definitely want to talk from the least, and we're gonna build our way up to the most. So up first, we got Injustice 2 with 356 entries. In my personal opinion, I'm ignorant, you know what I'm saying? I don't know a lot about the community, about that specific scene. Injustice, I gave the first one a try and it didn't go really far. Injustice 2, it looks really cool, it has really good game mechanics. It's just not my personal cup of tea. The characters feel really stiff, another reason why I don't play Mortal Kombat, but that's just my personal opinion. There obviously could have been more, but here we are. We got 356, you guys are at EVO. You know, you get what you could get, and I hope that scene continues to grow. Up next, we got Guilty Gear Rev 2. Honestly, I really wanted to try the game when it first came out. Back, I think it was like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, I could be wrong. But having 621 entries at EVO 2018, that's still a very strong number. Guilty Gear has been around for quite some time, and it's always had a good, strong following. I mean, 621, that's a lot. It's more than Marvel, I'll give you that much. Up next, we got Blaze Blue. We got 1,148 entries. That's a lot of people, man, for a game that just came out. I know there's a lot of hype around it, especially since when the game was being sold and packaged, they have little stickers on the box where it said this is an EVO 2018 main game, and I think that really sold the game a lot. Not because the game couldn't sell itself, it did help, it hyped people up, and that's what people wanted, of course. And it's good to see that the game is getting a lot of attention. A lot of Marvel players are saying, you know, Eric, give it a try. You know, it has a lot of mechanics such as, you know, from Marvel 3 that you would probably enjoy. Being Marvel is an anime game, I'm pretty sure I enjoyed it. There's a couple things that I did like, and it has a lot of characters that I do know about. I don't know about, you know, I think it's called Unil, Blaze Blue. I know Blaze Blue, and I know it has Persona 4 characters, but if they had my husbando Adachi, it's game over. We finna go in there, take the anime players' money. We finna go in because Adachi's my boy. Up next, we got Super Smash Bros. Melee. I could really care less. The game is very nostalgic. I'm gonna give it a try, but it's just not my cup of tea. I hope the scene continues to grow. They got 1,302 entries. That's a lot, man, for a game like 10 plus years. That's ridiculous how that game has sustained over the years. More power to them. And again, just not my cup of tea. Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, 1,303 entries, which is literally one over Melee. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, good stuff. Good stuff. I hope you guys continue to improve. Up next, we got Tekken 7 at a very strong 1,504 entries. That is a lot of Tekken. I think that's the most Tekken in any EVO thus far. 1,500 entries, that's ridiculous, man. I don't even know where to start. Give it a try. They had Noct. I really want to try it because they have Noctis. Not because of Akuma, even though Akuma was pretty cheap from my understanding. I do know that they nerfed him a little bit. But I really wanted to try Noctis because I like Final Fantasy 15. And then the added Geese, I think that was pretty funny too. Now, the two ones that I wanted to talk about, these were the most like hyped up 2 games for EVO. First, let's start off with Street Fighter V. I'm gonna give you a little bit of lore. So here, in the past couple of months since the announcement of what games are gonna be in it, Mr. Wizard kept coming in. Street Fighter V had so less entries as compared to that game, and he kept coming at us, and he clearly overhyped it, and that's, I think, from a business standpoint, a really smart move, and made people want to register that much more for their specific game, whether they just wanted to support it or they just wanted to play the game. But Street Fighter V came in second place at 2,421 entries. That is ridiculous. That alone is a major, and you know, it's just showing how much Street Fighter V is important to the scene and how much people play this fucking game. I hope people continue to play this. I definitely love seeing the passion. A single tier for main game lineup EVO 2018. However, now let's talk about number 1. So we got Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Now, it's safe to say no one's surprised about this. It's safe to say that we all knew that Dragon Ball Z Fighters is the hotness. You know what I'm saying? It's the hot thing right now. Everyone's playing it. It's consistent. But the way Mr. Wizard was hyping it up, it's just, it doesn't make any sense here. Maybe it was to, you know, what I said previous, maybe people for Street Fighter V just haven't registered. I don't know what happened in the backgrounds, but these numbers aren't, you know, are really reflecting on what he was saying. He was saying a large ass gap. Now, it goes without saying, Dragon Ball Z Fighters has 2,530. That's another this guy, Mr. Wizard, is running 2 single majors at his event. And that's ridiculous. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Now, we could all agree that Dragon Ball Z Fighters was more than likely going to be Street Fighter V at EVO. That's no question. But we could also all agree that Street Fighter V and Dragon Ball Z Fighters was going to be the 2 biggest games. You know, Dr. Wizard, Mr. Wizard was hyping it up. But at the same time, Street Fighter V has always been consistent. From the 3 years that it has been out, it's always been past that 2K mark. Now, not to say that Dragon Ball Z Fighters isn't quite capable of it. It does possibly show some outside factors when he was hyping it up, being the difference gap of registrations. Maybe there was not a lot of entries, maybe some other outside factor we didn't know about. But at the same time, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, just at the start, did show some reduction in players in online. Now, that was probably just the casual players not really playing too much, or maybe having their oh, okay, you know, I played it, I'm done, I don't need to play it anymore. As far as the tournament players, how consistent are they going to be? I definitely think they are going to be pretty consistent when it comes to, you know, being on par with Street Fighter V. I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth, but time and time again, Street Fighter V has always been the game. But at the same time, there's never been a game like Dragon Ball Z Fighters. There's never been another game like that. The only thing that you could compare it to is Marvel, and we all know how that went, unfortunately. It's a very interesting topic to discuss. Is Dragon Ball Z going to stay consistent? And if so, for how long? Are they going to be permanently the best game? Are they going to be the best game for EVO moving forward? Are they always going to be Street Fighter V? I definitely say no. I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth. Who knows, you know, DLC for both games could increase or reduce certain, you know, registers, certain people playing it. A lot of people are getting tired of the Gokus, of how many Gokus there is in this game. But at the same time, a lot of people, you know, don't like certain things about Street Fighter V, but the same thing could be said about Dragon Ball. There's just a lot of back and forth opinion, and I wanted to get your guys' opinion. Let me know what you guys think. First of all, what do you guys think about these numbers? Are they consistent to what you thought was going to be at EVO 2018? And also let me know on the topic, do you think Dragon Ball Z Fighters is going to stay consistent? It is its first year, so it's hard to tell, but already from the numbers of how many people play it, how many people watch it, the numbers are already there. So it's already being consistent right now. But let me know what you guys think. in the comments below, guys. I would love to share that. And that is going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Wenster. This is The Average Fighter, and I'll check you guys out later.